it's Julia, and I'm back with another ASMR video. This one was highly requested. It is a tattoo tour and tracing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of my tattoos. Luckily they're all on my arms and my hands, so that's pretty easy. And I'm gonna use this tiny little brush to trace them. I'm gonna do my best. And then there's a brush on the other side, so I'll use that too at certain points. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in order of when I got them and what they mean and the reason I got them. Anything that's super, super personal, I'm gonna leave out. But yeah, let's just get started. So I'm gonna take my bracelets off. They're some of my favorite bracelets. The first tattoo I ever got, was this wave tattoo. A lot of you may recognize it from the Japanese wave painting. It's not a direct duplicate, but it was inspired by that. So this was my first tattoo, and I got this in 2020. I got this right around my 30th birthday. I know a lot of you said I look a lot younger than 34, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, in 2020, I turned 30 years old. This is a watercolor style tattoo, and this is a pretty big one to get for your first tattoo. Most people start pretty small, but I just said go big or go home. The reason I got this one was my spiritual journey started in about 2020, and I'm gonna kind of color it in with the brush. And I wanted to kind of start fresh in my life on a new path. So the water and the wave to me signifies washing away the past and starting something new. We never forget the past, and we never forget the lessons we've learned, but we can leave some things in the past that are no longer serving us, and that's kind of what I wanted to show, that I'm washing that away and starting fresh. So that's my first tattoo. My second tattoo is the Beatles walking across Abbey Road. This might be a little harder to trace because I'm not left-handed, but this is from the cover of their Abbey Road album when they're all walking across Abbey Road. The Beatles mean a lot to me because they were the first music. Their music was the first I was ever introduced to. I remember my dad would play the Beatles in the car on a tape cassette, and that's how I learned who the Beatles were, and that's how I was introduced to rock and roll. This one honestly didn't hurt much at all. Toward the very end, it started hurting, but the beginning, it wasn't bad at all. And this is one of the least expensive ones I got because it's all black. I really like colored tattoos. I think this is the only all black one I have. Oh, except for my hands. So that's that one. Excuse me. The third tattoo I got was this butterfly. I don't know if you can see it, but it does have some purple details at the top and the bottom of the wings. So I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but I am 5 years sober. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years sober. And to celebrate my 1 year sober anniversary, I got this butterfly because to me it represents freedom, and freedom from my addiction. Even though addiction is something you fight every day for the rest of your life, I did feel, and I do feel like I'm free from a certain substance. So this was my 1 year gift to myself. I've always loved butterflies, and I just knew like this was what I wanted right here. There's actually a butterfly in the wild named the Julia butterfly. So I don't think that's a coincidence. I've always been really drawn to butterflies. This one, out of every tattoo I have, this one hurt the least, and this one took the least amount of time. And I also think it's one of the most well done ones I have. My arm's shaking a little bit because I have to put my arms in uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable positions. So yeah, that's my third tattoo. The fourth one I got was this tape cassette. The cassette represents the first Beatles cassette I listened to with my dad. It's called Rubber Soul. So if there's any Beatle fans out there, Rubber Soul has Eleanor Rigby, Drive My Car, and a lot of those oldies on it. I'm not thrilled with how this tattoo came out. A lot of people tell me it's their favorite one that I have, but when I look closely at it, I'm not happy with the color. The color got blotchy, and I even went back to have it fixed, and it was still blotchy. And the line work isn't very good. It's not super straight where it should be, and the circles are not like super circular. And I don't expect perfection. Oh, did the light just change? It just got cloudy out. And I wish this were smaller too. But it's still really cool. And like I said, a lot of people comment on it and really like it. So that's good. I just see a lot of imperfections when I look at it. But that's okay. It's not like I want to get it covered up or anything. I'm not like super unhappy with it or anything. It didn't turn out quite as I wanted it to. Hopefully that tattoo artist isn't watching this video. But people make mistakes, it's okay. It just stinks when it's on your body for the rest of your life. It's getting really windy and rainy out, so I apologize for any disturbing background noises. So that's that one. The next tattoo I got. How am I gonna do this? This is probably the best I can do. I got the 4 elements. So water, air, fire, and earth. And the reason I got these was because I feel very, very connected to nature. And that's part of my spirituality, is connecting to nature. This is another watercolor tattoo. So I'll paint the watercolors. These elements make up everything in our world and everything in our body. So most connected to source. This one hurt kind of a lot. This one hurt more. This one hurt a lot because it was right on this bone. This one hurt a lot too, but not really until the very end. Okay, the next one I got were these 4 little mini ones. I'm really sorry about the weather, not much I can do. So we have Saturn, a star, the sun, and a crescent moon. I just thought these were really, really cute. And again, they're a part of nature. And I really like having nature represented in my tattoos. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. This one I need to get touched up because the yellow and some of the pink in here are fading a little bit, so I need to get those colors touched up. The last tattoos I got were all of these on my hands. I got 16 at once on my hands. The ones up here, these are Norse runes. They're ancient symbols. And I very carefully selected all of them. And then down here by my nails, those are just symbols that I thought would look cool with the runes. And I did mean to have a list of what each rune represents, but I forgot to print it out. So some of them I remember and some of them I don't, but I promise they're all good things. So this one right here represents strength. This one represents partnership. This one represents harvest. Unfortunately, I can't remember this one, but it was a good one. I believe this stands or represents youth. This, unfortunately, I don't recall. This is for protection. That's my favorite rune. And then this one stands for birth or rebirth. And then the tattoo artist that did these did warn me that because I have calluses right here and right here, that these two symbols would start to fade, and they obviously are. So I do have to get those touched up, and probably this touched up as well. But it doesn't really bother me because I just think they look so cool either basically